Muscle cars that looked like supercars, but cost way less. Welcome back to Vintage Wheels Chronicles. Today, we're diving into muscle cars that didn't just sound fast. They looked like they rolled off an exotic car showroom. These bold American machines had styling that rivaled Ferraris and Lamborghinis, but they cost way less. Let's look at 3 muscle cars that could have passed for supercars, and almost did. 1. 1971 De Tomaso Pantera. The De Tomaso Pantera was a true hybrid in every sense. Italian design fused with raw American V8 power. Its sleek, wedge-shaped body was crafted by the legendary design house Ghia. At first glance, you'd swear it was a Ferrari or Lamborghini. But under the hood sat a 5.8-liter Ford 351 Cleveland 5.8, pure Detroit muscle. It pumped out around 330 horsepower and could rocket from 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. Unlike many Italian exotics, it was reliable thanks to Ford's mechanicals. And guess what? You could walk into a Lincoln Mercury dealership and buy one. That's right. No wait lists, no exotic markup, just raw style and power. The mid-engine layout gave it a true supercar feel behind the wheel. It handled like nothing else coming out of America at the time. Pop-up headlights, massive intakes, and a low-slung profile made it a showstopper. It looked like a car straight out of Le Mans or Monaco. Yet in 1971, it cost around $10,000. Less than half the price of a Ferrari Daytona. Owners loved the torque, the sound, and the sheer presence it brought to the streets. And let's not forget, Elvis Presley even owned one. It had power windows, AC, and a gated shifter. Comfort and performance in one. The Pantera was never a mass-market hit, but it found a loyal fan base. Today, it's a prized collector's car, and a symbol of a time when muscle met exotic. Back then, it was a supercar for the price of a Corvette, and it proved that muscle cars didn't have to just go fast, they could look stunning, too. 2. 1969 AMC AMX/3. The AMC AMX/3 was the muscle car that almost became America's answer to the Lamborghini Miura. Designed with help from BMW and Giotto Bizzarini, it had serious performance pedigree. Its design was radical, curvy, low, and unmistakably exotic. It looked more like an Italian prototype racer than anything AMC had ever built. Mid-engined rear-wheel drive, it checked all the supercar boxes. Power came from a 390 cubic-inch V8, making 340 horsepower. Even though it was a big block, it sat behind the driver, an ultra-rare layout for American cars. The AMX3 was intended to be AMC's halo car, something to shock the world. Only 6 were ever built before the project was scrapped due to cost and internal politics. But those 6 were real, drivable, and insane to look at. With wide hips, deep scoops, and low-slung lines, it turned heads like a Lamborghini. Its performance matched its looks, with 0 to 60 times around 5.5 seconds. It was hand-built in Italy, again, like a true exotic. And it handled like a European sports car, not a Detroit bruiser. But the idea of selling an AMC that cost over $10,000 just didn't sit well with executives. They pulled the plug, and the AMX/3 faded into obscurity. But collectors and historians now see it as one of the boldest muscle car experiments ever. It was a supercar in every way: styling, engineering, layout. And had it gone into full production, it could have rewritten American car history. Today, each of the 6 surviving AMX3s is worth a small fortune. But back in 1969, this car showed that even AMC, known for economy cars, could dream big. The AMX-3 wasn't just about looks. It proved itself on test tracks across Europe, including the Nürburgring. During testing, it impressed engineers with its balance, handling, and high-speed stability. It matched or outperformed many European sports cars of the era in terms of performance. In fact, some early road tests suggested it could have been a serious rival to Ferrari and Maserati. Its unique design inspired future generations of concept cars from American automakers. Though never mass-produced, the AMX-3 became a legend in design schools and enthusiast circles. It remains one of the most discussed what-could-have-been stories in American car history. In modern collector auctions, surviving AMX-3s have fetched prices well into the millions. The car is now displayed in museums as a symbol of American ambition and design innovation. Ultimately, the AMX-3 proved that even small automakers like AMC could dream big and come incredibly close to greatness. 3. 1970 Buick Riviera GS Stage 1. The 1970 Buick Riviera GS wasn't mid-engined or Italian-designed, but it looked every bit as dramatic. Its boat-tail rear end, long hood, and sweeping curves gave it a silhouette like a supercar yacht on wheels. It wasn't just about looks. The GS, Grand Sport, Stage 1 version packed a monster under the hood. A 455 cubic-inch V8 producing 370 horsepower and an earth-moving 510 pound-feet of torque. That torque number was higher than many Ferraris or Lamborghinis of the day, and it moved this giant coupe with surprising urgency. 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. Not bad for a car that weighed over 2 tons. The Riviera was Buick's luxury muscle offering: leather, wood trim, and raw power. Its styling made it look like something out of a science fiction movie. People turned and stared, especially at that wild rear end. Even the grille and headlights looked like a concept car. It was built for the open road, smooth, fast, and commanding. And best of all, it didn't cost exotic money. You could get a loaded Riviera GS for around $5,000. That was cheaper than a base Corvette, and it came with all the comfort and tech Buick could throw in. Power windows, cruise control, air conditioning. It was a rolling luxury lounge. But when you stomped the pedal, the beast inside woke up. It was part muscle car, part luxury cruiser, part design experiment. And it left a visual impact like few others. Today, the 1970 Riviera GS is finally getting the recognition it deserves. It might not have been Italian, but it had supercar attitude written all over it. These weren't your average muscle cars. They blurred the lines between American power and exotic style. They proved you didn't need to break the bank to drive something that looked like $1 million. Which one of these would you pick for your dream garage? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love discovering rare, bold, and beautiful machines like these, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and hit that notification bell. More hidden legends are coming your way. Only on Vintage Wheels Chronicles.